She's not my,
So
like...
you don't care about her?
No, I do care
So
about her.
if she was out with another guy, would you freak out?
Yes.
She will show you good watches, okay?
Alright.
You don't need to do this, you know, I see you.
What are you talking about?
For every guest that fans absolutely love and beg to see return, there seems to be another that they just can't stand. And they make their feelings known loud and clear in the chat. Let's begin this ultimate journey through the worst and the best of IShowSpeed's guest appearances. One of the most universally hated guests to ever appear on Speed's stream is none other than professional footballer Alicia Lehman. What started as an exciting opportunity quickly devolved into one of the most uncomfortable and humiliating streams in Speed's entire career, leaving fans absolutely furious and calling for her to never return. It all began on July 6, 2024, when Speed met her for the first time at a bar, in what seemed like it would be a casual, lighthearted meetup between two sports personalities.
What's good, Alicia? What's good? All right, I'm in your city, and I'm in your country.
How is it? Do you like it?
This crazy already, bro. They already calling me IShowSpeed and stuff, bro. And I like, bro, like...
Initially, viewers were genuinely excited. They thought Speed's legendary football obsession would finally meet its match in a genuine football star, creating content gold. However, that excitement quickly turned to pure disappointment and anger. From the very beginning, Alicia's energy was completely off. She seemed uninterested in Speed's humor, giving short, dismissive responses, barely cracking a smile, and occasionally looking at her phone during their interactions as if she had better places to be. But things got significantly worse when she began actively humiliating Speed by repeatedly calling him small, despite him insisting he was 6'1". "You say I'm small, but I'm taller than you," Speed said in complete disbelief, trying to defend himself. Alicia just laughed it off condescendingly and continued to belittle him, turning what should have been playful banter into genuine embarrassment. However, Alicia wasn't finished destroying the vibe yet. Later, when they went to try some Swiss food, she delivered what many fans consider the killing blow. Out of absolutely nowhere, she brought up Speed's ex-girlfriend in the most awkward way possible. "Where's that girlfriend you had? I really liked her," Alicia said with a smirk, completely killing the entire atmosphere.
Stop, and where's this girlfriend you had?
What?
I really liked her.
What? What are you
I
talking
think
about?
she's so nice.
My girlfriend.
Green girl loves me.
Speed, visibly confused, frustrated, and caught off guard, tried desperately to steer the conversation elsewhere, but Alicia kept pushing the topic like she was intentionally trying to make him uncomfortable. "Why you gotta kill the vibe like that?" Speed asked, his frustration evident, but Alicia just shrugged it off with zero remorse, showing she didn't care about ruining the moment or his feelings.
It's my opinion.
Why you had to kill the vibe like that? Why do you want to talk? Like, I'm in Switzerland and you talking about that right now.
If that wasn't enough to cement her status as the most hated guest, their next stop was a luxury watch store, where the situation reached peak awkwardness. Speed, being the generous person he is, actually considered buying her an expensive watch as a gesture of goodwill.
She will show you good watches, okay?
Alright.
You don't need to do this, you know, I see you.
What are you talking about? What is she talking about?
But Alicia's reaction to this generous offer instantly changed everything and exposed her true character. When Speed asked his chat if he should go through with the purchase, Alicia casually dropped a bombshell. "I'm married. I have a boyfriend." Speed's face immediately dropped as the realization hit him. He was about to spend thousands of dollars on someone who wasn't even available and had been leading him on the entire time. "We not buying her nothing, chat," Speed declared, and the chat absolutely exploded with outrage. Comments flooded in calling Alicia a gold digger, despite her being rich and famous herself.
Ronaldo.
I'm married already. I have a boyfriend, everything. You don't need to do this stuff.
We not buying her shit, all right?
Oh, we do this. You can buy me.
We not buying, no.
As friends.
One comment perfectly summed up the fans' feelings. "She's rich and still digging. Endlessly, never enough." Fans labeled her as disrespectful, boring, and a vibe killer, flooding the chat with L's throughout the entire stream. Clips of her disinterested face and dismissive attitude went viral across social media platforms, with fans saying she completely ruined the energy of what should have been an entertaining stream. The fact that Speed was genuinely trying his best to create good content and she wasn't giving him any energy back made fans even more angry. This guest appearance went down as one of the most humiliating and universally disliked streams in Speed's entire career, with fans still bringing up Alicia Lehman whenever discussing the worst guests in IShowSpeed history. Speed's obsession with Cristiano Ronaldo is legendary and well documented. It's become a defining characteristic of his content and personality. So, when fans heard that Ronaldo would be appearing on his stream, the excitement was through the roof. Unfortunately, this excitement would turn into one of the most devastating betrayals in streaming history. On November 16th, 2022, Speed thought his biggest dream was finally coming true when he was told he would meet his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. The setup was perfect. Speed was blindfolded, building suspense and anticipation as he waited for the moment he'd been dreaming of his entire life.
Just give him a log, give him a log.
His excitement was infectious and fans were genuinely happy for him, knowing how much this moment would mean. But when Speed opened his eyes, his world came crashing down. It wasn't the real Ronaldo, and it was a cheap impersonator, and a terrible one at that. Speed's disappointment was immediate and heartbreaking to watch. The fake Ronaldo didn't just fail to live up to expectations, he was actively terrible, coming off as overly arrogant, constantly making cringy jokes, and mocking Speed in a way that felt more like bullying than friendly banter. "Just show me your skills," Speed pleaded desperately, still trying to give the guy a chance and salvage something positive from the situation. But the fake Ronaldo couldn't even perform basic football tricks. It was painfully obvious he wasn't even a decent player, let alone Ronaldo. Instead of celebrating Ronaldo's iconic "sew" properly, the impersonator exaggerated it to the point of annoyance, turning a beloved chant into something fans wanted to forget. Speed couldn't hide his rage and disappointment, and neither could his chat. Fans flooded the comments with expressions of outrage that Speed's dream moment had been completely ruined by this cruel prank.
Speed. Okay. What is going on, Ronaldo? Come on. It's okay. Take him out. Come on.
The betrayal cut deep because everyone knew how much meeting Ronaldo meant to Speed. It wasn't just content, it was a genuine dream. Viewers spammed El Ronaldo, fake goat, and cringe in the chat, while begging for him to be kicked off the stream. The fake Ronaldo didn't stop there. He began roasting Speed's gameplay and appearance in a way that didn't land as humor but felt like targeted, mean-spirited insults. Even Speed, who usually rolls with anything, seemed visibly uncomfortable and hurt. This fake Ronaldo became a symbol of betrayal on Speed's channel, representing the cruel disappointment of having your dreams built up only to be crushed. To this day, people remember it as one of the worst pranks ever pulled on Speed, and fans consider it one of the most painful moments to watch in his streaming history. On June 8th, 2024, during what seemed like it would be a normal, chill stream, Speed was getting his hair done by a hairdresser. Nobody expected this routine hair appointment to turn into one of the most controversial and hated guest appearances ever, but that's exactly what happened when this hairdresser revealed her true colors. Things spiraled out of control quickly when Speed tried calling his girlfriend Amy during the stream, but she wasn't picking up her phone. Instead of staying professional and minding her own business, the hairdresser decided to insert herself into Speed's personal life in the worst way possible. She kept making inappropriate jokes and assumptions, telling Speed that Amy was probably with another guy and stirring up doubt and paranoia in his mind.
Yes?
No, she's not my,
So you don't care about her?
No, I do care
So
about her.
if she was out with another guy, would you just freak out?
Yes.
Okay, so that's real.
No, it's not, but like, we don't.
You claim her?
Where's she at? She's in Korea without you? The hairdresser laughed maliciously, clearly enjoying the drama she was creating. You got her location? She pushed further, encouraging Speed to become more paranoid and suspicious.
No, I don't claim her, but
Where
like,
is she?
she's in Korea. You laugh? What is funny about that?
Why are you not with her?
Because she's
in another country?
Yes.
Her unprofessional behavior was making Speed visibly uncomfortable, but she didn't care. She was more interested in creating content for herself than respecting boundaries. Speed began spam calling Amy in desperation, and when Amy finally texted back explaining she was sleeping because it was 6 a.m. Korea time, the damage was already done.
She say, "Hey, Darren, it's 5:50." Chat, she text.
She texted?
Look.
She should answer the call.
The hairdresser had successfully planted seeds of doubt and turned what should have been a simple hair appointment into a relationship crisis. But the situation got even worse after the stream ended. The hairdresser went live on her own platforms, making even more problematic comments about the situation. Most shockingly, she referred to Amy as that little Japanese girl, even though Amy is South Korean. This racist comment sparked massive backlash across social media, with fans calling out her ignorance and disrespect. When confronted about her behavior, she gave what fans considered a completely inadequate apology, saying, "I'm sorry if she felt hurt," the kind of non-apology that takes no real responsibility. Fans weren't buying it for a second. One comment perfectly captured the community's feelings. "Why is the barber apologizing like this? She clearly doesn't care." Speed later had to address the entire situation seriously, apologizing to his fans and to Amy. He admitted that he lacked experience in real relationships and said he still cared deeply for Amy. He even cut off his hair extensions, stating that he didn't want to keep anything that reminded him of that painful moment. The entire incident was heartbreaking for Speed and left fans absolutely furious at the hairdresser's disrespect, unprofessional behavior, racist comments, and complete lack of accountability. She became a symbol of everything fans hate, someone who uses Speed's platform to create unnecessary drama while showing zero respect for him or the people he cares about. While KSI is massively popular across the YouTube community and beloved by millions, his appearances on Speed's streams have sparked surprisingly divided opinions among Speed's fanbase. What should have been a legendary crossover between two internet giants ended up being awkward, uncomfortable, and ultimately disappointing for many viewers. Some fans believe KSI treated Speed in a patronizing, condescending manner, often shutting down his jokes, dismissing his energy, or overshadowing his personality instead of complimenting it. There were multiple moments throughout their collaborations where KSI's sarcasm and dismissiveness felt less like friendly banter between creators and more like subtle bullying to Speed's supporters. One moment that particularly drew criticism was when KSI made fun of Speed's football knowledge in a way that seemed more mean-spirited than playful. Instead of engaging with Speed's passion for the sport, KSI came across as superior and mocking, which didn't sit well with fans who are used to guests either matching Speed's energy or respectfully playing along. The chemistry between them often felt forced and awkward, with uncomfortable silences and moments where it seemed like KSI didn't want to be there. Though KSI brings his own massive fan base to any collaboration, his energy frequently clashed with Speed's rather than enhancing it. The chat was notably split during their streams, but a significant portion felt that KSI had ruined the mood and wasn't respecting Speed's unique style or his audience. Clips of their awkward interactions became popular on TikTok and Twitter, but not for good reasons. They highlighted the uncomfortable dynamic and forced nature of their collaborations. Many fans defended KSI, saying it was just typical British humor and banter, but others felt he wasn't giving Speed the respect he deserved as a host and fellow creator.
With that fat ass forehead. Like, that is huge, bro. That is humongous. Like, ew. You don't even look human, bro. Who are you? Wow.
This led to segments of Speed's audience labeling KSI as overrated in the context of Speed's content, even calling him disrespectful. The disappointment was particularly sharp because fans had high expectations for this crossover, making the awkward reality even more jarring. When it comes to the most universally loved guests on Speed's channel, Kai Cenat absolutely dominates the conversation. Their dynamic is simply unmatched, filled with mutual respect, hilarious banter, electric energy, and a chemistry that fans literally cannot get enough of. Every single time Kai appears on Speed's stream, the chat explodes with excitement and anticipation because viewers know they're about to witness content gold. On May 15th, 2023, Speed and Kai launched what they called the Kai and Speed Show, a chaotic, hilarious, and completely unforgettable collaboration that set the standard for what great guest appearances should look like. The chemistry between them was immediately undeniable, with both creators bouncing off each other's energy and creating moments that fans still talk about and rewatch today. Unlike some other guests who either try to overshadow Speed or seem uncomfortable with his wild energy, Kai perfectly matches Speed's chaotic vibe without overpowering him. Whether they're screaming at each other, roasting one another with perfectly timed jokes, dancing together, or pulling wild stunts, their energy feels completely natural and unforced. You can tell they genuinely enjoy each other's company, which translates directly into incredible content.
Yo, chat, shouldn't I just just keep it that Kai has a fat black penis,
All right,
bro.
come on, stop doing. That's
Ayo, what I told you about that.
Okay,
That's ayo. That's ayo. Stop doing dumb shit like that.
But their relationship isn't just surface-level entertainment. They've also shown they can handle serious moments together. During one stream, a bystander accused them of being disrespectful, and Kai quickly stood up for both himself and Speed with maturity and intelligence. "I'm a young, educated black man. Don't treat me like I'm an idiot," Kai said firmly, defending their right to have fun while being respectful. Speed tried to apologize and de-escalate, but tensions were already high. Despite the uncomfortable situation threatening to spiral out of control, both creators managed to handle it professionally, ending the conversation respectfully and moving past the incident. Even though there was a tense moment, fans loved seeing how the duo supported each other and handled adversity as a team. Their friendship goes beyond just creating content together. There's genuine care and loyalty there that fans can see and appreciate. One of their most iconic moments together involved both of them attempting Speed's famous fire dance simultaneously. The result was both of them tripping and falling at exactly the same time, sending the entire chat into absolute chaos with laughter and W spam. It perfectly encapsulated their dynamic, willing to look silly together, supporting each other's bits, and creating genuinely funny moments through their friendship. Fans frequently request more collaborations between Speed and Kai because together they create content that feels authentic, entertaining, and endlessly rewatchable. Their streams have led to some of the most viral moments in Speed's career, and whenever fans discuss the best guest appearances in IShowSpeed history, Kai Cenat is almost always mentioned first. Lil Nas X's guest appearance on Speed's stream was one of the most surprising yet universally beloved moments in Speed's streaming history. Known for his playful personality, fearless attitude, and internet-savvy humor, Lil Nas X proved that he could match Speed's chaotic energy while adding his own unique flair to create something truly special. On November 13th, 2022, Speed surprised his entire audience by bringing Lil Nas X onto his stream, and the chemistry was immediate and electric. Right from the moment Lil Nas X joined, Speed was hyping him up enthusiastically, calling him pretty, and even joking that they looked like brothers.
Yeah. 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 You feel me?
Man, I can't take this shit, dog.
Bro, what, bro?
Bro, you not cook like you, bro. Like, what is this?
Their playful banter was hilarious and felt completely natural without any of the awkwardness that sometimes happens when celebrities appear on streams. "Your lips are way juicier than mine," Speed joked at one point, sending the chat into an absolute frenzy of excitement and laughter. The way they played off each other was effortless. Lil Nas X never dismissed Speed's wild behavior, but instead amplified it and matched his energy, creating some truly legendary moments. What made this appearance so special was Lil Nas X's willingness to fully embrace the chaos and silliness of Speed's stream.
Okay, bro. I'll do the kiss. Y'all happy? Come on.
At one point, the chat kept spamming and begging them to kiss, and instead of being uncomfortable or shutting it down, they both played along with the fans, teasing and laughing about it in a way that felt genuine and fun rather than forced or awkward. Even when Lil Nas X jokingly mentioned his sexuality, Speed responded in his typically unfiltered but harmless way, creating one of the funniest and most quoted moments from the stream. The interaction showcased both creators' ability to handle potentially sensitive topics with humor and respect. Fans absolutely loved this unexpected collaboration, with comments flooding in saying things like, "We need more of this. This is the crossover we didn't know we needed." And "perfect energy match." The way Lil Nas X respected Speed's unique streaming style while also contributing his own personality made the stream feel like a perfect blend of both creators' strengths. Lil Nas X's comfort with Speed's wild, unfiltered nature and his ability to contribute meaningfully to the content rather than just being a passive guest made this appearance one of the most rewatched and celebrated streams ever. Their vibe was absolutely unmatched, and it remains one of the most beloved guest appearances in IShowSpeed history. After the devastating disappointment of the fake Ronaldo incident, fans wondered if Speed would ever get the chance to meet his idol. But on June 17th, 2023, in what can only be described as one of the most beautiful moments in streaming history, Speed's biggest dream finally came true when he met the real Cristiano Ronaldo in person. The moment was everything Speed had hoped for and infinitely more meaningful because of the fake Ronaldo betrayal that had preceded it. Speed's reaction was pure, unfiltered happiness, the kind of genuine emotion that reminded everyone why they loved watching him in the first place. His excitement was infectious as he hugged Ronaldo and showed him the Ronaldo tattoo he had gotten on his arm, a permanent symbol of his dedication and fandom. "Please take a picture with me, please," Speed begged, completely overwhelmed with joy and disbelief that this moment was actually happening.
I love you, bro. Hey, take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture. Hey, take a picture. Oh my God, bro. Okay, I'm sorry.
The raw emotion in his voice and the tears of happiness in his eyes made fans emotional too. This wasn't just content. This was a young man meeting his hero, and the authenticity of the moment was beautiful to witness. The fans were just as emotional as Speed, with the chat exploding with supportive messages calling it the best day of Speed's life and celebrating this incredible milestone with him. Seeing Speed genuinely happy, living his biggest dream, and having that dream validated by meeting the person who inspired him was a moment that transcended typical streaming content. What made this encounter even more special was how it healed the wound left by the fake Ronaldo incident. The pain and disappointment from that betrayal was instantly washed away by this incredible, authentic meeting. Ronaldo himself was gracious and kind, taking time to interact with Speed and acknowledging his dedication as a fan. This meeting solidified the real Ronaldo as one of Speed's most cherished guests, not just because of his status as a football legend, but because he represented the fulfillment of Speed's dreams and the validation of his passion. It's a moment that fans will never forget, and that perfectly demonstrates the power of authentic, meaningful guest appearances. Paul Pogba's appearance on Speed's stream stands out as one of the most surprising and universally loved guest appearances, proving that the best collaborations often come from unexpected places. When the French football superstar joined Speed's stream, fans knew they were in for something special, but nobody expected just how perfect the chemistry would be. As a massive football fan, Speed was naturally beyond excited to have Pogba on his stream. But what made this appearance legendary wasn't just Pogba's star power. It was his incredible humility, genuine humor, and willingness to fully embrace Speed's chaotic energy without any ego or pretension. Pogba was completely down to earth throughout the entire appearance, showing that despite his fame and success, he could connect with Speed's content on a genuine level. He was funny, engaging, and most importantly, he never acted like he was too good for the stream or above Speed's wild antics. Instead, he embraced the madness wholeheartedly. They played games together, shared genuine laughs, and Pogba even entertained Speed's over-the-top Ronaldo obsession with good humor rather than dismissing it. Unlike some other celebrity guests who seemed detached or uncomfortable, Pogba was fully present and engaged, making the stream feel like two friends hanging out rather than a formal celebrity appearance.
They didn't believe I had you right now.
Bro.
Hey, look
Real.
though. What?
It's real. It's real.
Hey, chat is real. But look though, chat. We gonna turn up the stream, chat. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We got me. We told chat. We got Paul Pogba here, chat.
One particularly beloved moment was when Pogba playfully imitated Speed's over-the-top goal celebrations, fully committing to the bit and creating an instant classic clip that fans still share and rewatch regularly. He even participated in dance-offs and taught Speed some football tricks live on stream, showing his skills while keeping the energy fun and light. The chat was absolutely loving every second, blowing up with W Pogba messages repeatedly and calling for more football players to appear with Speed.
I saved it! They call me neuter!
Bro, I tested you.
No, you did not.
All right, you should.
Pogba's calm, humble energy perfectly balanced Speed's hyper-personality, creating a dynamic that felt natural and entertaining without any awkwardness or tension. Fans praised Pogba for never acting superior despite his massive success, and for laughing along even when Speed was at his most unhinged. His patience, kindness, and genuine engagement with the content made him one of the most appreciated guests in Speed streaming history, proving that authentic humility resonates more with audiences than any amount of fame or status. Auden Ross has consistently been one of the most loved recurring guests on Speed streams, and their friendship represents everything fans want to see in collaborations: genuine connection, natural chemistry, and content that feels authentic rather than forced.
That's what the fuck we on!
That's what the fuck we on! That's what the fuck we on! That's what the fuck we on! That's what the fuck we on!
Auden and Speed's friendship is completely natural and unforced, filled with hilarious pranks, deep conversations, and brotherly moments that showcase the real bond between them. Unlike some collaborations that feel like business arrangements, their streams together feel personal and genuine, which fans absolutely love. Unlike guests who try to compete with Speed's energy or overshadow him, Auden treats Speed with real respect and friendship, knowing exactly when to hype him up, when to playfully troll him, and when to step back and let Speed shine. Their ability to riff off each other creates non-stop laughter and entertainment, but it never feels competitive or mean-spirited. One of their most famous and beloved moments together involved a hilarious prank where Auden pretended to call Cristiano Ronaldo on the phone. Speed's reaction was pure gold. He went into a complete meltdown of excitement, believing his dreams were about to come true again. When Auden revealed it was just a joke, instead of being angry, Speed laughed it off, showing the trust and friendship between them. The chat erupted with W Auden comments, appreciating the perfect execution of the prank. What fans particularly love about Auden is his ability to bring out different sides of Speed's personality. While maintaining the chaotic energy everyone loves, Auden can also get Speed to open up about more personal topics, showing his more vulnerable and genuine side. These moments of depth mixed with the usual chaos create well-rounded content that keeps fans engaged on multiple levels. Auden's loyalty to Speed is evident in every collaboration. He consistently has Speed's back, defends him when necessary, and clearly cares about him as both a friend and collaborator. This genuine friendship adds depth to their streams and makes every collaboration feel meaningful rather than just content for content's sake. The fanbase widely regards Auden as one of the essential guests who helped shape some of Speed's best content, and their long-standing friendship serves as a model for what great streaming collaborations should look like. IShowSpeed's guest appearances highlight the importance of authenticity, respect, and genuine connection. Fans love guests who match Speed's chaotic energy and create real, memorable moments, while those who bring disrespect or forced content are quickly rejected. Each new guest is a chance to create legendary entertainment or become a cautionary tale. Guests like Kai Kanat and the real Ronaldo thrive by genuinely connecting with Speed and his audience, while guests like Alicia Lehman and the fake Ronaldo stand out for their lack of connection and negative energy. With every new stream, fans can't help but wonder, will this be the next icon or the next flop? One thing's for sure, it's always going to be entertaining. Are Speed's guests true friends or just chasing clout? And who's really the best or worst guest in his streaming history? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more wild debates.